Elon Musk getting some backlash from Democrats over wanting to cut the deficit.
Yeah, I mean, really, I just don't want America to go bankrupt.
The president's very dedicated to solving the budget deficit, which if we don't solve the budget deficit, we're going to go bankrupt as a country. If we go bankrupt as a country, there's no Social Security, there's no Medicare, there's no nothing.
Elon Musk sounds reasonable. Guess who else wanted to cut government waste? Oh, wait for it, President Obama.
Everyone knows that getting rid of the deficit will require some tough decisions. And that includes cutting back on billions of dollars in programs that a lot of people care about. But what should be easy is getting rid of the pointless waste and stupid spending that doesn't benefit anybody. Waste we should be getting rid of, even if we didn't have a deficit.
So Obama wants to get rid of waste. So then why is President Trump being dragged for laying out wasteful spending?
$29 million to strengthen the political landscape in Bangladesh. Nobody knows what they mean by political landscape. What does that mean? $20 million for fiscal federalism and $19 million for biodiversity in Nepal. $47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia. What the hell do I care about?
Well, there's another president who sounds an awful lot like President Trump again.
Did you know the federal government pays for a website devoted to a folk music ensemble made up of forest rangers? They're called the Fiddlin' Foresters, and there are hundreds of similar sites that we should consolidate or just get rid of. And by the way, you're not only paying for websites no one needs, you're paying for thousands of buildings all across the country no one uses.
Oh, wait, and it gets better. President Obama went further and started a campaign to get rid of government waste. And guess who he put in charge? His vice president, Joe Biden.
We need to step up our game. We need to go after every dime. We need to make government work for you. That's why, starting today, I've asked the Vice President to lead a renewed effort to hunt down misspent tax dollars in every agency and department of this government. We're calling it the Campaign to Cut Waste, and I know Joe's the right man to lead it, because nobody messes with Joe.
I mean, I get that it was not a department, but it's a campaign, and Joe Biden's in charge. It reminds me of DOGE and Elon.
Oh, my goodness. But no one ever said these words, except for maybe Obama. We need to step up our game. Go get Joe Biden to do it.
Right.
Oh, my heavens. Look, it's a good idea. It's what the American people want. Obama knew it. I don't think that they must have been too successful because Joe Biden couldn't keep it going if they ever did it well. Right. But now they're doing it. And by the way, can we just praise Elon Musk on this very important day? In about 5 hours from now, those stranded astronauts are going to be coming back to Earth, hopefully already splashed down off the coast of Florida. A thank you for the senior advisor, Elon Musk. Just thank him. That's all. A fruit basket might be nice.
You know, Steve, where was the media criticizing Obama for cutting the Fiddlin' Foresters?
See, you think that that video is real? I think it's got to be AI. It's got to be a deep fake because we would have heard about this before, right? Because if it was a good idea 14 years ago, why would it take 14? Oh, yeah, that's why people are up in arms, because it's a Republican president. You know, this is another thing just like where we started, where we were talking about the criminal migrants in this country who have been designated now terrorists by the President of the United States, and that's why he's trying to boot them out. Once again, the Democrats not only are defending the criminal migrants, they get due process, but now they've got to defend stupid government spending, as Barack Obama called it 14 years ago.
You know, Rachel, it's funny you say that because I thought the video was fake. I saw this video last week, and when you asked AI, they said this is likely a fake video, and I confirmed this morning. I went on Obama's archived website. He posted this June 12th, 2011, so you can still find it. And I wish the media did their homework to find things like this.
Or AI.
So, Steve, you asked such a great question. So why is everybody up in arms about it?
Right.
The reason is because Donald Trump's actually doing it. Obama said it, but he didn't mean it. In fact, I think it's more duplicitous than, like, what you're so charitable, Harris. You said, well, he didn't do a good job of it, or he didn't get to it, or whatever. Oh, no, I think he said I was going to do it. And then what he did is he funded more of these NGOs. This was what happened at USAID was an entire money laundering operation for Democrats. That is what happened. Remember Acorn? He had Acorn. He spawned off 1 million more Acorns inside of our government. And it was using our tax dollars to fund NGOs. The NGOs did the political work of them. Then George Soros took some of that money and then he funneled it back into their campaign coffers. Yeah. This was an operation that Barack Obama was clearly aware of. He was just BSing us on that.
Cheryl, one last receipt for you, and you're the perfect person to address this. This is Joe Biden very concerned about Medicare waste. This was in 2010.
Everybody also agrees, I got from this morning, but I think we had before, that Senator Coburn is right, that we waste a heck of a lot of money, and that somewhere around a third of all the dollars we spend on Medicare goes for nothing useful. We're not cutting Medicare benefits in this. We're trying to eliminate the third of the problem that's a waste. This is a big entitlement. It's a big entitlement. Medicare. It exists. We got to figure out how to keep it from bankrupting the country without denying seniors what they're entitled to.
Okay, the CBO estimates that there is $100 billion in fraud, waste, and abuse between half of it is Medicare, half of it is Medicaid. Back to Barack Obama. Remember the $1.8 trillion Obamacare disaster? That worked out well. And what was his answer to pay for it at the time? And I'm going back to 2009 with these numbers. $500 billion in tax increases. Right. And he targeted the same exact things that I heard Kamala Harris and before her Joe Biden last year on the campaign trail. We're gonna raise the death tax. We're gonna go after those wealthy corporations. We're gonna hit the top 1%. They've never understood economics. And here we are right now.
Here we are. And, the media never went after them for cutting the Fiddlin' Foresters, but they'll go after Trump.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.